Welcome to the ARMR Report. This is part of our education series. We're going to be talking about day trading, and we're going to share techniques on how to use the VWAP to trade. I'm your host, Brett Rosenthal. I created this YouTube channel, and I also founded the ARMRreport.com for a deeper dive into all of these issues, ARMRreport.com. I call it ARMR because I think it's armor for the portfolio. That was the idea. It stands for Algorithmic Risk Management Research. So what I'll be doing on this show and every show is sharing information I use to manage my own capital following a process developed over 30 years called the ARMR Investing Way. It breaks down into 3 stages. Stage 1, building the whiteboard of fundamental ideas and generating fundamental information. Stage 2, using computer algorithms, both intraday, swing trading, and investing algorithms to help us drive our risk decisions. And stage 3, mastering the art of stop losses. It's not easy, but when you incorporate it into the process, all 3 together is what creates alpha for ARMR portfolios. Now, as usual, I'm not telling you what to do. I don't know you personally. You have to make your own choices, do your own due diligence, make sure it's your right risk tolerance. So what I'm going to share with you now are examples directly off of our trading desk from today. ARMR Insiders, subscribers, join me in a Slack day trading room and a Slack investing room, right? So we have different channels inside Slack. And I share in the first 2 hours of every day my screen and walk through ARMR Insiders how we use VWAP to trade and how we use the ARMR algorithm, what we call the price movement profile, or the PMP, to execute our orders. And this is what I'm going to share with you right now. So without further ado, let's dive in and look at Square. This is a trade directly off of our trading desk today. So what you're looking at is a screen. It's a 3-minute chart. So each bar is 3 minutes. The blue bars are up bars. The red bars, obviously down bars. The black dotted line is the volume weighted average price. I'm not going to explain it right now. If you don't know what that means, you're going to want to look it up. Look up VWAP. It's probably the largest algos out there, institutional algos that are using algorithms to buy stocks, use VWAP in one way or another. So it's an incredibly important piece of information to understand and to master if you're going to be day trading. So the black dots are the VWAP, volume weighted average price. Now my VWAP may be different than yours because this is a ARMR algorithm. Okay, so every line on here, whether it be the black dots, which is the VWAP, the red and green lines above and below, which are Fibonacci extensions, and the envelope lines above and below the black dots, which are standard deviations. All of these things are infused with volatility. It's a proprietary algorithm we use on the desk, and I share with insiders in that first 2 hours of trading. But you can still use your own version of these things to improve your performance as a day trader, okay? So don't worry if it's not exactly what you see on your screen. The tenets of VWAP trading are real and they're important if you're going to be a day trader. So how do we use VWAP? Here's the black dots, okay? So this break right here is from one day to the next. This is yesterday's trading. This is today's trading. So in this particular case, Square closed above the previous yesterday's VWAP. It gaps up, making a new high. The bar that we buy for VWAP trading is the first bar, the first 3 minutes that the stock closes above top day VWAP, which is right here, that green box. All right, so we buy the end of that green box. It runs higher. This yellow box is where we exit. Another piece to the puzzle that you're going to want to consider and do research on for yourself is the average true range on a given day. Now the rub is you can put into the inputs different days to create that ATR. Okay? So obviously I'm using my own ATR. Depending on the type of trader you are, you're going to want to know what's the average true range over X amount of days and figure out what the ATR high and low is. Sometimes we sell the minute it hits that ATR. Other times it's just a a thing to tell us, hey, be aware, we're at a key juncture. And so what happened today in Square is that we went through the ATR and we had what's called a median bar reversal. If you're a candlestick charter, you'll understand that. If not, you can go to the website, armorreport.com. On the home page, I have a reading list. Click on that link and you'll see Candle Power. It's a very important book if you're day trading or investing, period, in my opinion. So anyway, there's the key median bar reversal at ATR, so we book our profit. Please note how the stock never goes above that price and sells off afterwards. So the trade was over. Let's go on to another type of, I'm going to look at a couple of trades that look just like this. First, 15-minute trades. All right, so this is Fastly today. It's a perfect example. Oops. Okay, so what we're trying to do is in the first 15 minutes, we're looking to put a trade on. Now, what I want to do is show you Fastly on a different day because I'm going to get to later in the day trades, but the first 15-minute trades are the key. And then later in the day, we have a whole new series of trades that we get involved in, and I'll show you. Okay, here's the day. Okay, here's Fastly. This is back on December 8th. This is a trade off of our trading desk. So all ARMR insiders were aware of this, and we were putting this trade on first thing in the morning. So please note, the stock in this case closed below its VWAP the day before. The next morning, the stock gaps up above, and I'm going to keep opening this up so you can see it. It gaps up above prior day's VWAP. The first bar that it closes above top day VWAP is the bar you buy. Let's take a look at what that would be. Oops. Okay. This would be this bar right here. Okay. That's the bar you buy. This is VWAP trading. When it closes above VWAP, you get long. Now on this particular day, what we did was we waited for a 3-bar reversal. This is my favorite exit. So you're getting long the stock. Let's say at the end of that bar, it closes at 88.57, and the stock really shouldn't be sold until a 3-bar reversal shows up, and that's right here. Okay, this is a 3-bar, really a 4-bar reversal. That was the exit on that day. Okay, so what we say is we look for, in this case, it blew right above. Look at this third bar. It closed above the ATR high of the day. So we don't sell just because it hits it. Some days it rips. You end up exiting when it has 3 or 4 bars down in a row, which is right here. So even if you took the bottom of that 4th bar, that close was 98.50. Right? So we have this trade on the trading desk from roughly 88.64 to 98.50. That was an enormous day for us. But this is VWAP trading at its best. Let's go look at another trade. I'm going to show you a DQ from the other day. Okay? Let's take a look at DQ. Let's shrink this down again. Now, if you guys have any questions about these trades, please put them in the comment section of this video. I'd love to answer any questions you have about understanding how to VWAP trade. Okay, here's another example. This was DQ from a couple days ago. All right, in this case, the stock closes above prior day VWAP. So what we look for is a test of prior day VWAP. And what you'll see is it never really, tests can be small. In this case, it was 1 down bar, went sideways for a bar, popped above VWAP. We're buying that green bar, the clear close above VWAP. And I think the close of that bar was 49.99, call it 50, right? And now look for where is the 3-bar reversal. Okay? Where's the 3-bar reversal? That's our exit. In this case, again, you see the very second bar after we bought it, the stock blew through the average true range high of the day. This is something people don't get about ATR. It's good for booking a profit like we did on Square today, but it's also good to tell you when an explosive move is happening. Because if a stock, you buy it and it rips through ATR, man, that thing can run. And so you want to give it room. And what we would do here is use a 3-bar reversal as our stop. So once again, the 3-bar reversal comes in right there. All right, and that was the last part of the trade for us. And please note, after that 3-bar reversal, the stock didn't go any higher. You didn't miss a thing by selling at the 3-bar reversal. All right, so what are the tools I'm trying to share with you? Number 1, use VWAP. When a stock moves above top day VWAP or it tests prior day VWAP and then moves above top day VWAP, that's your trigger entry. Now what we haven't discussed is the stop. And the reason is, there's been no reason. Every one of these examples, the stock explodes. So this is what I share with you, okay? The stop we use on all of these trades is the low of the bar we bought, an LOBB stop. Now you might say that's crazy tight, but what I submit to you is that the trades that work skyrocket. So the trades that don't skyrocket, we don't want in the portfolio. Okay? This is not about being right 5 out of 5 times. This is about getting 2 or 3 of the 5 to skyrocket and, manage the other 2 or 3 names to a break even. Maybe you make a little, maybe you lose a little. You keep it tight and you capture the ones that explode. Okay? Let's move on to later in the day trades. So let's look at Fastly again. This is a perfect example of a later day trade. Today's action is just classic. Okay? So let's look at Fastly and say, okay, we would have bought this bar right here. Let's be honest, right? Not every time it works. How will we trade today? So it gapped up above prior day's VWAP, pulled back to test, which we love, closes above VWAP right here, right? Okay, so the low of the bar we bought, we're out. That's going to take us out right here. Now, I'll do this once on my trading desk, just once on every position. If I get stopped out of the loss and we close back above VWAP, put the trade right back on. So I'll trade the same name twice. If I lose money once, I'll follow it for one more shot. And as you can see today, the one more shot is exactly what we need. This closes back above VWAP right here and then absolutely skyrockets. Where's a 3-bar reversal? Where would you sell it? Not here. This is just 2 bars. Okay, you might sell it right there. You might. Okay? There's your first 3-bar reversal, and please note it occurred right at the ATR high of the day. So here's the only, what I probably would do with a position like this is cut the position in half at that point. The pure 3-bar reversals, the low of the final bar, or all 3 bars, closes below the low of the previous bar. As you can see here, it closes right at the low. So there's no doubt I would have sold some there, right? Because it hit the ATR and had a 3-bar reversal, right? You can always book half your position, see how it trades for a couple bars. Maybe you capture more upside. Either way, it's a huge day today, right? The entry is somewhere around 95.96, and let's just say you sold it at the low there from 95.96 to 98.82. Works for me. Bulls and bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. All right, now let's look at a couple of later day trades, just like Fastly, off of the trading desk today. Here's Spotify from today, from our live trading desk this morning. So here we go again. The black dots closed right around VWAP yesterday. Gaps up. We didn't put that trade on right here. Okay? We don't trade every single move. There was reasons I didn't do that. And it sold off. The minute Spotify closes above VWAP, see that green bar? That's where we get long Spotify. All right? And we're still long Spotify even right now. Okay? Now, here's a 3-bar reversal. You could have booked some profit if you wanted. And what I tend to do sometimes, if I do that on a 3-bar reversal, if it immediately reverses back up, I'll put the trade on once. So you're going to see that process that I use repeatedly. Okay? I do that often. If I get stopped and it immediately reverses, I'll put the trade back on with a stop right below the bar that I just bought again. As long as it doesn't violate that bar, I stay with it. And I'll share with you one more name right here, SE. Okay, here's SE. Previous day's VWAP, the black dots. It gapped up. It went higher. Now look at this. We put this trade on this morning, right? Not every trade works. We put this trade on this morning, and it stopped us out 2 bars later. So we put it on right here, and on this bar we were out. But we don't give up on it. We watch the asset trade the rest of the morning. And when it closes back above VWAP, we put the trade back on. Right? It's right here. Okay? Please notice how these trades, the ones that work, never challenge the low of the bar you bought. Right? There's the stop. And now the stock has moved higher. We haven't sold it, and it's just, continuing to go higher. So that's the completion of today's education series video. If I were to put together a list for you of what I'm trying to share, I'd say number 1, learn about volume weighted average pricing. It'll help you in your day trading. Number 2, learn about average true ranges, the highs and the lows. A lot of action occurs around those prices, and it's important you learn about it. When it comes to the input, you have to work on it. It depends on the type of trader you are and the time frame you're using. Okay? Number 3, don't give up on a trade. You might lose a little money early in the morning. Keep watching it. Pops back above VWAP, put the trade back on. You could take what was a loss in the morning and turn it into a gain by the end of the day. Okay? So this is volume weighted average pricing. This is the ARMR day trading desk. If you'd like to join us, I'd love to have you. Consider becoming a subscriber. You can look right down here at the link to the ARMRreport.com. And every day for the first 2 hours of trading, we're setting up these trades and knocking down our day trades. Okay? Look forward to seeing you guys on the other side. If you have any questions, don't forget, just throw in some comments. I'd love to answer anything that's on your mind. I look forward to seeing you guys again. Take care.